What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with today's second video. And in today's second video, I'm really excited to talk about Chainlink today. And the reason why is because we're in two major patterns that could both break up to the upside relatively shortly. All right, guys? So we're going to take a look at the 4-hour, the daily, and the weekly to see if we have any clues on what is going to happen within the next couple of days. All right, guys? So if you guys are new to the channel and end up liking today's content, and only if you like today's content, make sure you press that subscribe button down below. I appreciate every single one of you that takes the time out to do that. Also, if you guys are already subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys hit that notification bell right next to the subscribe button so you get that notification right up top on that bell every time I go live or I upload a video. All right, so guys, let's not waste any more time and jump straight on into the chart here. So as you guys can see, we are in this little short-term rising wedge. And I'm going to zoom out real quick to show you exactly what I'm looking at here. So you can see we've been in this big rising wedge that we've been talking about forever for Chainlink, really since the middle of December. So over a month now, we've been in this big rising wedge, okay? And we've made a couple smaller rising wedges that tend to always break up to the upside, or at least in the short term, every single time we break out of them. And right now we're in one of them. You can see we've gotten 2 touches on the top, 4 touches on the bottom of the smaller purple symmetrical, rising wedge right here. So what I'm expecting is a good bounce up to the upside and a break to the upside here for Chainlink. You can see on the 4-hour, we do have bullish divergence where we're getting lower lows on the RSI and higher lows in price action, which should eventually push us up to the top of our bigger rising wedge, okay? So we'll keep watching out for that, but you guys can see every single time we're in one of these rising wedges, in this bigger rising wedge, we break up to the upside. We have one here, right? Which, you know, we hit on perfect, we hit perfectly all throughout here, and we ended up breaking back to the upside. Yes, we dipped back down below, down into the bottom of the bigger wedge, but then we just formed another wedge, and we broke up to the upside again on that one right here, okay? And now we're in another wedge. So what will happen here? I'm expecting another move to the top of the wedge in the short term, guys. You can see how beautiful this really is, where we just keep making smaller rising wedges and breaking to the upside inside of a bigger rising wedge. So, guys, we know that the measured move out of this rising wedge is going to be some crazy number, right? But we're going to take a look at what our next Fibonacci targets are in our weekly chart coming up, okay? But I first just wanted to touch on this and why I'm bullish on Chainlink in the short term. Now let's switch on to this chart. And this is why, for all you bears out there, right, this might give you some hope, all right? So you guys can see for Chainlink, all the way up, we've had some resistance on this trend line now 5 times, okay? Other than one little where we had our blow off top here back in January of 2018, we generally get stopped out at this trend line every time. And you guys can see every time we hit that trend line, we form a symmetrical triangle inside this bigger rising wedge, okay? And on the downside, you know, we tend to touch it before moving on to the upside. This time, obviously, we had our March crash back in 2020. So you can kind of say this wouldn't have happened if we didn't have the craziness in the world, obviously. And then we hit it again, right? So every time we hit this, that usually starts our next relative run for Chainlink, as you can see. And right now, what did we just do, guys? We just hit that resistance once more. And you guys know every time we hit that, we usually end up making a symmetrical triangle in the medium term. So is it possible here that we could just end up making a symmetrical triangle here before again making another move to the upside? Well, it's certainly possible. I don't necessarily think it's going to happen. I think we could just break out of this wedge, which would give us astronomical breakout numbers, right? Some crazy number. I think we looked at it in my last Chainlink video. I think the exact breakout was somewhere around $200 USD of this giant rising wedge that has been playing out literally since Chainlink's inception. So just be careful if you guys are a mega bull and you're buying now. You know, we could consolidate here after retouching the top of this wedge. Doesn't have to happen. Chainlink could just say screw you to this wedge and we can just pump back up to the upside. That's definitely a possibility. Or we can consolidate here before making another big run, you know, later on this year, okay? So just make sure you guys are watching out for that. I try to be straightforward in this channel. I try to give the bulls their ammo, the bears their ammo. If I'm seeing something bearish, I'm going to say it, right? I'm not just going to be a complete moon boy every video, even though in a bull market, it's hard not to be a moon boy because everything is just kind of going up in a straight line. But when I see something that could be, short-term bearish, I'm obviously not long-term bearish on Chainlink. I believe it's going to go up to $200, $250 by end of this year. But we could maybe consolidate here and until maybe about May, and then make our last big hoorah up to $200, $250 at the second half of this year, right? Definitely a possibility, but I just wanted to keep you guys informed that is a possibility. If you guys haven't made this your own chart, make sure you guys do it, okay? Next, we're going to take a look at the weekly chart. But first, guys, there is an imposter in my comment section, okay, that's acting to be me. Just want to put that out there. It's not me. If it's someone asking for your WhatsApp, someone to tell you to go give money to this person because he's going to help you make money, do not give them money. It's not me, okay? It's just someone that makes an account using my name, using my picture to try to trick you guys into giving them your money. So if it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true, and do not give these people your money if they ask, okay? Anyways, let's switch on over to the weekly chart real quick for Chainlink. So on the weekly chart, you guys can see we passed our 1.618. That was the top of our previous wedge we had formed back in January, okay? And now we're continuing up. And really our next resistance, right? This is from our August 2020 high to our September 2020 low, right? Our last consolidation. Our next real resistance at the 2.618 Fibonacci, all the way up here at $39.18. That's our next resistance. And then we have our 3.618 Fibonacci, all the way up here at 51.44. So if we don't respect this, if we don't consolidate, and we just break out here, these are our next Fibonacci retracement levels, guys. So, not retracement, Fibonacci extension levels. So, make sure you guys are looking out for this if we do break out of this wedge. But ultimately, if we do break out of this wedge, I believe we're going to the moon. $200, $250 will be coming by the end of this year. But if we get rejected here and we come back down, right, maybe retest our old all-time high, while also consolidating in a triangle, would make perfect sense, and it wouldn't scare me away from throwing more money in Chainlink at the bottom of this consolidation. Okay, guys, so that's the video on Chainlink today. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what I'm seeing on the 4-hour chart here. Make sure you guys are watching this rising wedge and our big rising wedge to see what's going to happen in the short term, but we do have that bullish divergence, so let's see if that plays out, guys. So guys, if you guys did enjoy in today's content, only if you guys did, all right, press that subscribe button down below. I appreciate all you guys that do that. And I'll see you guys in today's live stream. Like I said, I will be going live between 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, most likely 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the exact time I'm going live. So make sure you don't miss out on that. We talk about any coin you guys want me to talk about in the chat. So if you guys want me to talk about a coin, join the live stream, put your coin in the chat, and I talk about everyone's coins. All right. So I'll see you guys over in that live stream in a little bit. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.